generate account receivable statements for customers and email monthly to them. So we will automate this process through macro. So we are coming to our folder. We have one folder here. We have um, air data for each customer account receivable information detail, and also macro here, and we have one folder here to save after running macro to save report for each customer report will be saved here, and we send email each file to the respective customer based on their email. The macro will send email with their respective attachment. So let's check what the file generated actually. For example, this is one file for one customer. So this is month of May report, and these two invoice related to the customer. Invoice date, terms means how many days that it's credit, due date, amount, is it regular or overdue. So this will take from our data file, days overdue, and which group it falls, it is greater than 90 days. So this is overall receivable each for based on each invoices, and whether what is the amount is regular or what is the amount is overdue to determine and put another table here. So if you see our data here, this is our customer name. You may add more data bottom, invoice number for each customer. So there are, for example, we are now we just saw this customer information file here, and the invoice number, invoice date, terms, and due date is this is the formula date. So the invoice date plus how many days there will be credit, and amount whether it is regular or overdue. There is also formula. If the due date is less than today's date, then it is regular, otherwise it is overdue. Check how many days it is overdue. So this is, if it is overdue, first of all take the condition at if column H is overdue, and we just deduct today's date and due date, and so the days, how many days overdue, we will calculate it. And this is just grouping. If it is for example this false, we have the three groups: 0 to 30, 30, 60, 61 to 90, and above 90 days. So these are all false. This is 61 to 90 days, and the other are, so based on your data overdue date, the formula will determine the overdue group. And this is the current, which month report we are generating. So this is May. If you want to change, for example, say June, so you put in the text format 25, you give it with inverted comma apostrophe. So okay, so June, for example. Okay, now we copy and paste. So we are generating report for June. So in the instruction tab, you need to give the folder path. In the folder, all the reports will be saved. So we just close this one, and in the saved report folder, we delete all the existing report. We will generate new reports through macro. So now you take this saved report folder, select shift right click. We need to take the folder path and give in the macro cell. So this we must give in the cell C3 in the instructions tab. Paste here, and you have to Outlook installed in your computer to send email through macro, and you need to give other instructions that give you data in the air tab and hit below. So okay, we just now we generate the macro. Let's see based on this data. So while running the macro, we just explain one thing. um, through this macro we will send create the email in a display mode. Means that email will be in the display mode, means that macro doesn't send email directly, rather it will keep the macro email in a display mode. Means you need to check and send, hit send button here. But if you want to directly send the macro, we need to modify the macro, but we keep to check that we are sending the right macro to email and the right attachment for the right person, so the Decker Marshall. So this is for this checking, we keep the macro um, or email in the display mode, not the send mode. But if you want, you can change by modifying the macro. So we think our all emails generated. Okay, so our report generated and prepared email with attachment specific for each customer. If you check your email, then you will find that all the draft emails are there for each customer with their respective attachment. And if you come and see in our folder, saved in the saved report folder, you will see the reports for each customer. Now if you want to change, if you say I'm confident and we can send directly the macro direct email to the customer, we don't need to see the draft version. You need to open the macro from your developer tab in this file, Visual Basic. And if you come bottom in the email part, you see this email in the display mode. So in this part you see this is display. So if you change this display to dot display to dot send, then the macro will send email directly without showing the draft version. Okay, so whatever you feel better, you can do. Thank you.